Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and right now I am at the southernmost point in the continental United States, here in Key West, Florida. And this video starts my 2020/2021 winter adventure. And that will be driving from the easterlymost point on the Gulf of Mexico to the westerlymost point on the Gulf of Mexico that you can drive to in the United States, which is from here, Key West, Florida, to Boca Chica Beach, Texas. And Boca Chica Beach is right on the banks of the Rio Grande. So from that point on, I'm going to follow along the Rio Grande from Boca Chica Beach to El Paso. Now when I get to El Paso, there's still going to be some winter left. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go from there. It's going to depend on a few factors that I won't know probably until I get there. I may just hang around Texas, or I may go to Arizona. We'll see. Now this is the third time I've been to Key West. However, it's only the first time I've been here since I started my YouTube channel. So I am going to be making some videos around Key West. But when I get up into mainland Florida and following along the Gulf Coast through Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, those are areas that I've been to once before when I was here 2 years ago. And then in the Texas portion, this will be the third time I have done that route. So there will not be near as many videos as I have been making in doing this trip from Florida to Texas, and also up along the Rio Grande. So I hope you will join me in my winter adventure, just like hopefully you followed me through my fall adventure through Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia, and Florida. So now let's take a quick look around here. This is the line of people waiting to have their picture taken in front of this post. Get the right pose.
Thank you so much.
And that's what it says on it. And right next to it is this statue, and it's not identified as to who this is, but it's playing a shell, blowing into it to create some kind of sound. That might be what they call a conch shell, I'm not sure. But there is no sign saying what or who it is. And here's a couple interesting things on the sidewalk. Somebody wrote a little poem about Cuba. This point is just at a intersection here in town. And there's a coconut drink truck. And here are the discarded coconut drinks. You only need one for the family. Let's take a look around Mallory Square. That's where the Shipwreck Museum is. And here is a wrecked ship. Wow, I wonder how old this thing is. It says, keep off wet tar. I wonder how long it stays wet. I don't think I want to test it. Looks like these guys are working hard. I don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't look easy. They got a lot of statues of people who are famous for living in Key West. Harry Truman. There's only a few that I recognize the names of. This looks like an interesting character. And of course, Ernest Hemingway. They got a lot of wild roosters running around, making themselves known. People like to sit right on the edge here. This is another square right next to Mallory Square. That is right on the shoreline. Most of what's here is just various little shops. You need some sponges? There you go. Another thing I wanted to show you in Key West is their cemetery, which surprisingly is right near downtown. And they have a lot of these that are above ground crypts or graves. Some are low and some are high. Here's a triple stacker. It's right here in a residential area, and I think some areas of Key West is actually below sea level, so that could be a problem with in-ground burials. So that's why some places, not here obviously, but some places like New Orleans especially, require above ground burials in solid tombs like that. This is interesting. Let me go in here and see what this is. It's got a regular wooden door. Huh. Nice. Now this one is good shape. Their neighbor got really cracked up badly. A lot of these are cracked. I wonder how that happened here in Key West. I thought that normally happens where they have earthquakes. I always wonder about these plots that have strong fences like this around it. Is that to keep people in or out? And the gate there is not locked, so it's not keeping people out. Maybe it's to keep people in. What do you think? Wow, look at all this. This is a monument, as it says here. The people buried here are from the battleship Maine. A lot of graves in this square. You may know how I like to video cemeteries. And I can spend a lot of time in here, but I'm not. I just wanted to give you a little taste of what it's like. If you're kind of in the cemeteries, you're in Key West, I think you would find this one particularly interesting. Here's something else I found interesting in Key West. It's a boat graveyard. And this one says it's from 1985 and arrived in Key West from Cuba. And this one is in really bad shape. Look at that engine. And they put these things on the side, like it says, to give it more stability. And this one is really interesting. Look how they designed the sides of it here. This was built just from scratch, like the sign says. And look at this thing. Wow. It's a Cuban, another Cuban boat. Arrived in the mid to late 80s. Here's another homemade boat. This one was found floating 10 miles from Key West. And look at this engine. And here's another one that a lot of migrants came over on. Look at that engine. It's like a car engine, I think. And this one, it was found in Marquesas in 2008. And this one, as it says, if migrants are found at sea, then they're sent back, not allowed in. But if they arrive here set foot on dry land, then they're our guests. That's the way it works. This is Higgs Beach. I'm gonna go take a look at this pier. I like the way the rocks are sticking out here. Not so good for beach swimming, but it looks nice. You see this? That is the Sand Key Lighthouse, the southernmost lighthouse in the U.S. There's a close-up picture of it. And look at these people over here swimming out in the ocean in the winter. A lot of people walking out to the end of the pier. I want to go out there, take another shot at the beach. This pier has a strictly enforced no horseplay rule. This is nice. You can get in and out of the water down those steps. Well, here's the end of it. Although these birds would not agree that's the end of it. Those posts go way out there to the left too. Oh, and there's a really long, I guess that's a pier too.
What do you think, bro? You like it?
Way over there. They've got these telescopes. That looks like fun. See what people are doing along the beach here. There's a lot of seaweed there. The whole beach is lined with seaweed. That's not good. There you go. Get some exercise. Boy, how many are you going to do, lady? I think this is funny. There's a sign here that says no loitering anywhere in the park. Which makes me wonder, what are these benches and chairs for if you can't loiter? I don't get it. The gate's open, but there's nobody loitering around here. Hey, this is no fair. RV lives matter. Come on, give us a break. You know, I think there's a lot of RV haters around here. Look at that. No RV parking anytime, especially from 11 to 6. This is something else you can see at Higgs Park. And I'm here midweek, and it's only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday. There actually is no tower. It looks like it just fell apart here, but mainly what this is a botanical garden. There's the main sign for it. So this is something I'm not going to be able to see while I'm here. Right next to that garden center is the other end of Higgs Beach. We've got a playground here, and there you can see the pier that I went out on. In this area of the beach, they have a seawall. You got stairs where you can go down into it. So this looks maybe a little better for swimming rather than right on the beach where all the seaweed is over there. This is a really wide part of the beach. There are A lot of beaches around Key West. This is one of the more popular ones, Smathers Beach. That's the only sign I can find with the name on it. It's kind of like the ones at Higgs Beach. They've got a supply and rental shop here. This is an interesting volleyball setup. I've never seen one like that before. 4 guys with a crisscross net. They've got a shaved ice trailer on the street there. And this is a taco stand this lady's got going. It's actually hot today. I think I'll have me a shaved ice. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my introductory video to Key West. Good day, folks.